Hello everybody, it's me, ProGameCuber17, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to solve a clock. Alright, first let's look at how the clock moves. So if we have one pin up, and you move a dial, there's 4 dials, only the clocks around that pin move. And same if you have 2, 3, and 4. One thing you never want to do is move a dial when there isn't the pin up next to it, because when you move the dial, it moves the other side, so you don't want to do that. Alright, so now let's get into the tutorial. One more thing before we get into the tutorial. This cube you can solve without knowing how to solve a 3x3 or any cube. This cube has nothing to do with any of the other cubes, so this is one of the easier cubes that you can learn. Alright, let's shuffle the cube. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make the cross on both sides. And the objective is to get all these lines pointing the red on both sides. So let's get with the cross. So let's see if we have anything lined up together in the first place. If we look, we have these 3 lined up. The one pin that can move them all at the same time is this pin. So let's push this pin up. And now let's line these 3 up with that one. Like that. So now all 4 of these on this side lined up. So we can put up that pin. So all 4 of these can move together and line up with that. So now if we look, we have a cross of all the pins in the middle lined up. We don't have to line up the red yet, because now we have to do this side. So if we look, let these get the middle up, and let's line it up with down here. Like that. And then we have to move these 2 together, so put this pin up. And move it like that. And then we have to move all 3 of these together. So put 2 pins up on any side, doesn't matter, and go to the opposite. So like that. And then now use these 4, which with these 2 pins, put them up and move it. And now we have a cross on both sides. Whenever you're done with the second cross, put all the pins up and line up the lines with the red 2 lines, because that's how the cube has to be when it's done. Alright, now we can move on to our final step. So now we want to keep 3 pins up at all times and move, and when we do that, every single pin but 1 pin moves. So now we have to line up that cross that we made with that 1 pin that doesn't move. So now all 6 of these are lined up. So now we can keep on moving on. So now we put a different pin down and push that one up. So now we have to line up with this pin, because this pin won't move. So turn it like so. And then now we have all of this up here solved but these 2. So switch to a different pin and move it to line it up. And now we can do the last pin like that. And we keep it like this. Don't line it up with the red lines yet. So now we go into this side and do the same thing. This clock won't move, so line it up with that. And you keep on doing that with every pin. Just like that. Once you did that properly, now you can line that last side up with the red. And if you flip it, this side would all be lined up too if you did it right. One mistake that you could do if it isn't like that is whenever one pin's down and you accidentally move it like that. Because it might look like that's only moving on this side, but whenever we move it, everything gets messed up on this side.